My New Year's resolution for 2019 is to do shorter videos because 40 minutes is entirely too many minutes for my poor MacBook Air to handle in the editing room. Also, if you're feeling it, subscribe to my second channel, Weebo Incognito, for more of me ripping apart terrible entertainment, like you saw in Titans. The first video on that channel is going live immediately after this one. So that means no more Titan reviews on this channel, guys. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. That's just how it has to be. Roll the intro, feature me. Process begin! So I thought we'd start off the new year by looking back. At what, you may be asking? Well, this is a commentary channel dedicated to poking fun at socio-political issues so ridiculously exasperated or woefully underreported on. Obviously, since it's current year, we have to talk about the alt-right epidemic, the conservative invasion, the rise of Nazis. You guys just don't understand. This is a conversation the media has been trying to have with us for a while now, and we're just not listening. Nazis could be everywhere. They could be anyone. And most likely they are everywhere, and they are everyone. There's also, if you didn't know, Nazi propaganda everywhere and in everything, being spouted by all of the people. Take a look-see here at the article I found on the Wikipedia. It tells all about the Nazi question. The mainstream media has been trying to tell us all along that we have a Nazi problem, and we're not taking it seriously enough. Mayhaps this is because, to us, these events seem like isolated incidences, mere moments in time, perpetuated by inconsequential figureheads. But I firmly believe that there is a global force behind the world's banks, media corporations, and governments, which are obviously mostly controlled by Nazis, which are the global force that I'm talking about, obviously. And there's ample proof that they are everywhere. Let me show you. Call it anything you like. Alt-right, Nazis, white nationalists, white supremacists, or perhaps something less inflammatory like a Republican or a forever Trumper, conservative. It's all one and the same. Don't you know that? What it's called matters very little when the writing's on the wall, people. And I mean that quite literally. The writing is on the wall. Quote, spotted earlier today by a reporter for the Eastern Echo, one of the walls in the free speech space reads, "It's okay to be white." This message comes a week after a statement condemning anti-Semitism was tampered with on the same wall. Nazi propaganda is so completely integrated into everything that you hold dear, my friends, and this is true. When your hypothetical little boy, Timmy, Jimothy, gets up in the morning to get ready for school and takes out his cereal bowl and gives himself a hearty portion of Frosted Flakes before pouring in some milk. In that order, he's not a complete degenerate. Do you know what they've been putting in that 2%, people? Of course you don't, because you're blind to the truth that I have been trying to show you all along. And that truth is that they are putting things in the cows that turn the children into Nazis. I have the studies direct from the CDC and they're in my hands. Do you see this? Open your eyes, people. Or perhaps it is in fact you who wants your little Timmy to become red-pilled by his morning Nazios. After all, parents, it's been reported, are complicit in the whole Nazi conspiracy according to The Guardian, so obviously it must be true. But if you think it's just the parents who are to blame, you are in fact wrong. There are certain figureheads of the Nazis whom you should be extremely and acutely aware of. For instance, their leader, the Godfather, Sargon of Akkad, which is a reference to Gamergate. Gamergate was an anti-women's movement confirmed to have parallel ties to, you guessed it, Nazis. He is the man who calls all of the shots in this. The Nazis answer to him and him alone. No one else has nearly as much clout on this main stage than this man right here. This man who is the absolutely undisputed leader of the Nazi Party, without a doubt. But of course they don't go by that name. The Nazis, oh no chaps. They go by another name, a less intimidating name, something with less history. They call it liberalist. Next, we have their recruiter and trusted consigliere, PewDiePie, aka Felix Kielberg, the most subscribed to YouTuber of the day as of me recording this video for you right now, who has been steadily turning young children from the ripe age of 9 and up to the Nazi cause. How does he do this, you might be asking? Well, PewDiePie has a show on his channel that airs weekly called May Review.
Main review.
As we all know, maymays are one of the single greatest weapons the Nazis have of dispersing their messages and recruiting normies to the cause. And then there's Archebos. This Jewish, yes, I said Jewish, and that is interesting. You wouldn't think normally that a Jew would be a Nazi, but actually, if you knew anything at all about what was going on, you would not be surprised by this fact. For you see, the Jews, they also have a hand in this Nazi nonsense. They uphold white supremacy, don't you know? Anyway, this man who's married to a black man, and again, I know, I get the hesitation to call him a Nazi. You'd think that this would be a disqualifier for the Nazis, but you see, it's all part of the plan to recruit young men of color into these white supremacist groups. Anyway, this gay man named Milo Yiannopoulos is... Hang on. I'm getting new information from my producer. It seems to be that nobody cares about Milo anymore and that he has faded into relative obscurity as of current day, so we can just ignore him. Sorry, my bad. Moving on. Finally, we have the head godfather, Stan Lee, who's dead now, but was absolutely part of the problem that is this white supremacist Nazi interwoven conspiracy, don't you know? This group of cis, mostly straight, mostly white, and mostly alive gentlemen are responsible for producing and corrupting the youth of the world, and seducing them to the white side of things. Let me explain to you exactly how this works. They use hand gestures. It's integrated thoroughly into science as we know it today. It's been integrated deeply into our mathematics as well. It's propagated every time you watch a Disney movie, even when they're not blatantly utilizing Nazi imagery. It's in your urban legends about big-footed hairy hominids. It's used by the same social media companies you yourself might frequent on the daily. It's printed, packaged, and sold to you in brand chain stores across the nation, and preached to you about how to behave, the proper way to compose thyself in an effort to protect its own self. It has even taken root in fat phobia. This epidemic grows ever stronger, threatening to eradicate everything we hold dear. We must protect our way of life as we know it, and the future of liberal children. This we must do. Do you think 1,100 words will suffice to make my point yet, gents, or will another 1,100 words be necessary? If you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to check out the links in the description to my Amazon, Patreon, PayPal, as well as the link to my Redbubble store where you can find unique exclusive Weebo merchandise. My P.O. box can also be found below if you'd like to send me stuff to unbox at the end of my videos. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. We do things. If maybe you don't like me that much, you can always like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, if that's your fancy. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so you actually get notified when I update, because YouTube hates everyone who's not a late-night celebrity TV show host. If you want to see maybe more of me in a different capacity, I have a second channel dedicated to ripping the entertainment side of creating things, a new one, and reviewing all things that come from them, called Weebo Incognito. If you like my review of Titan Season 1, be sure to check out the channel and subscribe to it for more content in that capacity. I do a D&D themed stream show every Monday and Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my God of Morscar's channel called SideQuest, so if you are into the medieval roleplay kind of things and insult-based banter, go check that one out. In addition, I do a bi-weekly stream about the news with segments for advice, call-ins, fanfiction, read-throughs, and more, Sundays and Wednesdays from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on some Dumb Americans channel called Two Girls One Stream. Links to all of that jazz in the description down below. Peace! Guess what time it is, everybody? Weebo P.O. Box time. Don't forget, if you guys want to send me stuff in the mail, then I will open on camera for all the world to see at the end of every video. P.O. Box is is in the description down below. Ooh, a double package. Okay, have to read the note first, because I was raised proper-like. Merry Christmas, Weebs. I hope the next year finds you and your family well. From Robert Etgeton III. Thank you, Robert. It's wrapped so nicely. Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay, for those of you who don't know, as a young child, I was a big fan, and still am a big fan, of the Barbie movies. Specifically Barbie and the Nutcracker and Barbie as Rapunzel. And then as I got older, my sister was into them, so I had to watch them as well. And it's just a very big source of nostalgia for me. So you know what I'm gonna do? On the other channel, Weebo Incognito, go subscribe to it. I will do reviews of each of these movies, because there are 10 of them. So let's see, Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, Barbie and the Diamond Castle, Princess Charm School, Secret Door, Rapunzel, Swan Lake, The Magic of Pegasus, Prince Thumbelina, Three Musketeers, and Fashion Fairy Tale. I will do a review of each of these movies on the channel. This is gonna be fun. I'm so excited! Oh my god, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Weebo. I forgot to send tissues, though, from Robert Jolander Etgeton III. You're such a sweetheart. How do I open this? Weebo learns to open mail. Okay, there we go. Ooh. The Holiday Movie Collection. Oh, The Nutcracker, A Perfect Christmas, and A Christmas Carol. Everybody, I'm so excited to watch all of these. The nostalgia. There we go. There's no note. Hang on. There's no note. Is there no note? I'm so confused. I am extremely confused. I have an entire package of pineapple. What am I gonna do with all this pineapple? Oh. I get it now. Okay, and that's all of the packages that I had in the mail when I went to go check it earlier today. If you have anything interesting that you want to send me in the mail, feel free to do so. The P.O. box is in the description.